And you four guys made an excellent new album, Interference. When did you guys begin with the writing process of the new album? And how does it work? Are you making songs with the four of you guys in a room, or just emailing stuff to each other? Or how does it work to make the new album?
As we usually say, we're a Dropbox band.
Yeah, okay.
Which means that we only meet when we absolutely have to.
Okay, yeah.
And that's not because we don't like each other or at all. That's because we live pretty far away from each other. So so it's difficult to meet up, but it's more efficient this way actually, because we sit in our own private, you could say, our own studios.
Yes.
And we do stuff and we send it to each other, and then after 6 years, then there's an album all of a sudden. So that's kind of how it always worked. Yeah.
So actually, the modern technology works fine for Anubis Gate.
Yeah, without stuff like Dropbox and the internet, and there would never have been an Anubis Gate.
Okay. Wow. That's.
So I mean, I don't think there's one single song in our catalog that has been developed in the rehearsal room. It's always been a process where files are getting sent. Maybe on the first album, I can't tell because I wasn't involved at the start of it. But it has always been, when we can record into computers and we can move stuff around.
Mm-hmm.
And, if I could come with an anecdote about that, it's the song World of Clay on our new album. I mean, there isn't one note of the original song left in the version that ended up on the album. So I mean that's very much how we work. Everybody puts the things in the Dropbox, and it can be 10 seconds or it can be a whole song. Yeah. I will kind of pick stuff, build something out of it. On World of Clay, when I had written the music for it, I was kind of like, I hated the verses, so I did a new verse, and then it didn't fit the chorus, and then Michael wrote to me and said, I don't like the middle section, I'll write one. Okay, then we'll take that away too. And then it was another song. Henrik might even send me a vocal track that's just a vocal track, and I'll build some music around it. Or we also, as I said to Henrik on this album, I think you should try writing, because Henrik had never wrote a complete song on his own. I think he's always maybe been a little afraid to say, I'll present his own work. So I kind of said to Henrik, you should try to write a whole song. Yeah. And he did, and that's Ignorance is Bliss. So that also happened, and the first track, Emergence, was Michael and Henrik. That was also a pretty complete song that I did not do much on that, except, pushing a keyboard here and there. And that's how we work. And I love that. It's a very organic process.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. And I think the album is very, it goes like I said, like a little 80s pop, a little thrash, a little prog. And like Ignorance is Bliss, I think it's a very special track. And when you listen more times to it, you hear new stuff in the songs. It has a lot of layers.
Yeah.
And also, I believe it's the last song on the album. You have a little bit of Mark Knopfler soundscapes in it.
Yeah.
Am I saying that right?
Yeah. I mean, the guitarist I had in mind when I played that solo was actually David Gilmour.
Oh yeah.
But, because I mean, who is not a fan of David Gilmour?
No, who's not? No. A very influential guy, yeah. So and what about the lyrics for the new album? Who writes the lyrics, or where get you the inspiration from?
That would be me. Inspiration, yeah. Sometimes it's we lost one of the founding members.
Okay.
Maybe you heard. Yeah.
Yeah,
that he died in 2020.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So naturally, it would cause a lyric or two for this album, and it did. So there's actually 2 lyrics that are inspired by Jesper.
By his passing.
Yeah, And then otherwise, it's difficult to say. Sometimes actually, I write on the title, from the title, because sometimes Kim, for instance, he usually have a couple of titles in him that he said, well, could this be, for instance, Number Station? I'm pretty sure that's your idea that we should do that. This should be about this world, a Cold War thing. And then I get my head around it. All right, okay, this song could be the Number Station song. Let me try to do something with that. So sometimes the inspiration comes from people around me.
Okay. Yeah.
I just need to say I have a strange sound coming out of my speaker. Do you have that too?
No. No.
I feel like it's getting louder and louder, and I'm afraid it's gonna blow.
Oh,
I don't know what's going on.
You gonna blow up?
Now it stopped.
The internet will self-destruct in 5,
4, 2. Number Station, sir.
Dit is Rock of Ages.